Okay, well, welcome everyone. I'm Diane Monnig. I'm the Transition Manager at the ARC of Northern Virginia, and I'd like to welcome you to today's webinar. This month is National Therapeutic Recreation Month, so we wanted to take this opportunity to highlight the therapeutic recreation programs offered in the Northern Virginia area. I'd like to introduce you all to our panelists today. We have Caitlyn Shann from Arlington Therapeutic Recreation, Lindsay Elliott from Fairfax County Therapeutic Rec, Jackie Person from the City of Alexandria, and Maria Auger from Loudoun County's Therapeutic Rec program. We're going to let each presenter share their information, and then once the presentations are done, we'll open it up for questions. All of the participants are muted, so please feel free to type your questions into the chat box or the Q&A box. So once everyone gets through their presentation, we'll go ahead and take questions. This presentation is being recorded, and the recording, along with the slides and any additional information that the presenters have shared, will be sent to you in a follow-up email. I'll also share with you a one-pager that the ARC of Northern Virginia put together that's in our resource library about other social and recreational opportunities that are available in our area. And so with that, let's go ahead and get started. So like I said, we're just going to go in alphabetical order today. So we're going to start with Jackie from the City of Alexandria. So let me share my screen. See her presentation. Okay.
All right. Good day. It's a pleasure to be here, definitely. The City of Alexandria Therapeutic Recreation Programs. Our mission is to provide children and adults with disabilities the opportunity to participate in recreation programs and activities of their own choosing. The Therapeutic Recreation Program provides a variety of programs and services to city residents with disabilities, from specialized therapeutic recreation programs to inclusion support to full inclusion. Residents with disabilities choose programs that meets their leisure interests and needs. The department complies with the ADA accommodations. Our program objectives and goals. Therapeutic recreation programs emphasize learning and developing recreational skills, identifying personal recreation and leisure interests, increasing self-awareness and socialization skills. Activities are geared towards allowing participants to test their abilities, all of their abilities, and increase their self-confidence and independence while participating in activities of their choice. Our youth programs are highly structured to meet the needs of individual participants. Year-round programs, small group size, high staff participant ratio 1:6, and trained staff. TR Achieving Greatness, that is our awesome therapeutic rec program. Kids Stay Out is our program when schools are out. TR Parents Bounce Out allows parents to come in on Fridays and leave and come back around 9:30. Fantastic Spring Break is when we're all on spring break. TR Summer Camp Adventure, Miracle Baseball League, and Miracle Adaptive Sports. Our adult programs give our adults the opportunity for independence, socialization, and community integration. Programs include our Adult Social Club, which is on Saturdays, our Artwork, which is on Wednesdays, our Miracle Baseball League, which is also on Saturdays, in collaboration with Arlington TR program. Our inclusive programs provide services for individuals with or without disabilities. Staff participant ratio is 1:15 participants, and that's our Youth Achieving Greatness program, and that's our after-school program. Camp Adventure, our Teeny Weeny Camp Adventure, our Be Enchanted About Reading, our Sensory Time Exploration program, Escape into Nature, and Playtime Express. Adaptive Sports and Aquatics, our Miracle League Baseball, as well as our Adaptive Sports, our Dippers Beginners, and our Dippers Intermediate. Sensory integration opportunities, our multisensory room, as well as our mobile, which can be located or travel to the different elementary schools, and our sensory time exploration program is provided. Our partnerships and collaborations. We partner with Kelly Cares Foundation, Omega Psi Phi, Miracle League of Alexandria, and the Top Ladies of Distinction. Additional offerings. Transportation is provided for our elementary students during the school year. Participants in our TR Achieving Greatness program swim 2 days a week, and this is prior to COVID. We're hoping to get back to that. Open space, which is provided for our master plan back in 2003. We have expanded our playground in the back, our nature walk trails, community gardens, picnics and events and reservations, and our park link, which is our volunteer program as well. Special events. The City of Alexandria is committed to facilitating a wide range of special events that highlight the diverse community within the city. So we provide a Family Day production at the end of our summer production, Easter egg event, Trunk or Treat, which is actually a fabulous Halloween event, annual Miracle League dance, as well as Night of Performing Stars, Bounce and Jump About, Celebration of Life, Kelly Cares 5K Walk, and Kelly Cares Sock Hop. Fostering lasting relationships. That's our major goal here in the city of Alexandria. Thank you.
Diane, I think you're muted. We can't hear you.
Thank you. Sorry about that. Jackie, could you just talk a little bit about if there are families that interested are in signing up? What is the application process? Do they need to have some kind of documentation of disability? How do they get in touch?
Mainly they just call or they can go on our website, which our phone number is 703-746-5423, 5424, or 5425. So that will be all of our therapeutic programs. We normally ask for parents to provide their IEP so we could at least, read over and manage to meet their needs and their goals that they're obtaining at the school level. And pretty much our application is sent directly to them, and we walk them through the entire process.
Great, thank you. And I'll share the phone numbers that Jackie just stated. I'll share that when I send up the follow-up email. Okay, so let's see, Caitlyn, let's have you from Arlington. Let me stop sharing. And you can share your screen.
Okay. Okay, can everyone see the PowerPoint and hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Well, hi everyone, and happy Therapeutic Recreation Month. I'm so excited to be part of this webinar to share information about our adaptive programs and other resources from the Arlington County Department of Parks and Recreation. My name is Caitlyn Shann, and I'm an adapted programmer in the Therapeutic Recreation Office. Since the fall of 2021, our TR office has returned to in-person offerings for all of our adapted classes and inclusion services. We have classes indoors, small group sizes, and some outdoor programming coming soon this spring. So in the past year, Arlington County has opened 2 new community centers, Lubber Run Community Center and Longbridge Aquatic and Fitness Center. If you sign up for our TR classes, you'll notice that a lot of our current programs are held at these 2 new centers. They've been a great addition and a wonderful resource for recreation. You can also find our TR office located at the Lubber Run Community Center, along with the registration office. So let's jump into some of the adapted classes and program offerings from our office. If you're interested in learning more about any of these, I'm happy to answer any specific questions during the Q&A. My contact information will also be available on the very last slide. So feel free to reach out anytime. And as always, feel free to check out our website. It stays up to date with all of our current program offerings. So we run 2 adapted art classes. We have one for beginners and advanced art class. The art for beginners is not currently running this winter season, but we do plan on returning it in the spring. This is great for participants who are new to arts and crafts and just interested in exploring some of the art materials. This class is staffed with about a 1-to-3 ratio, depending on the need, and the ages are for 13 and up. And this class is held at our new Loudoun Community Center. Advanced art is great for participants who are wanting to kind of master their skills and have a little bit more difficulty in their projects. And this class is actually run by our community arts team. And then we will bring in some of our own TR staff to help support the participants. This is actually held at the art studios at Arlington Community Center, and it's for ages 18 and up. Next is our aquatics program. This is led by our aquatics team and the instructors at the new Longbridge Aquatic Center on Sundays. They work really closely with our TR staff to offer modifications and inclusion services as needed. And we're currently offering 4 levels of classes. The ages start at 2 and they go up to 13 plus. Our adapted gymnastics program is another great one on Sundays. It's held at Barcroft Sports and Fitness Center. Classes are led by the gymnastics instructors, and they also work closely with our TR staff to offer modifications and inclusion services as needed. They also have 4 levels of classes. Ages start at 3 and go up to 13 and up. We also have a monthly fun and fitness program. It's held at Langston Brown Community Center on Saturdays. Here, the participants engage in a variety of wellness activities such as physical fitness, cognitive activities, art projects, opportunities for socialization with peers, and the program is open for ages 13 and up. We have an adapted yoga class. This is for adults 18 and up, and it's led by a certified yoga therapist at our new Loudoun Community Center. We do have a 4-week-long session starting next Wednesday, and registration is open. So if you're interested, this would be a great time to sign up and try it out. Something fun to look out for this spring is our adapted campfires. We will be having 4 campfires this spring. 2 of them will be for families looking for a fun night out together, and then 2 will be for adults with disabilities 18 and up. Registration for all of our spring programs will open on March 16th. So mark your calendars and get ready for some fun at the Loudoun Campfire Ring. And the last program I wanted to highlight is our Family Night Out program. These are monthly events hosted by our unit for participants and their family. There's different things like family kickball, swimming at the new Longbridge Aquatic Facility, ice skating at the MedStar Complex, and Bounce-O-Rama. Our next family night out will be Bounce-O-Rama on March 18th. Next, our office offers both a teens and adult social club. The membership runs October to May, and the clubs meet about 2 times a month on Fridays typically. The groups participate in things like crafts, karaoke nights, dinner, picnics, scavenger hunt, escape rooms, and fitness events. When the weather is nice, we do plan on being outdoors, but for the colder months, we have been inside the community centers, socially distanced, wearing masks. The membership cost is $45 for the year, and any additional event costs are advertised in our newsletter prior to the event. And we staff our social club based on needs, and it's typically about a 1-to-5 ratio. Inclusion services. Our office is committed to supporting individuals with disabilities who are participating in our general recreation programs. We work with families and caregivers on creating a modification plan, doing class observations, supporting instructors on how to implement the modifications, And then we also offer additional staffing just to lower the ratio or sometimes provide one-on-one support. This last slide, I just wanted to include some helpful resources. The first one there is the TR website. Like I mentioned, this does stay up to date with all of our current program offerings. You can sign up for our monthly e-newsletter right on our website. The newsletters are great if you'd like to receive any office updates, program updates, and as it gets closer, we'll start to include information about our summer camps. Next, I included the accessible amenities website, and this is an awesome feature you can use to find local parks, especially as the weather gets nicer and you're looking for outdoor recreation. You can use the filters on the site to find a park that meets all your needs, such as parks that offer sun coverage, that are fenced, some that have restrooms, and you can filter based on proximity to roads and ones that have play areas. Our Facebook page, every day on our Facebook page, we post skill building activities for a variety of ages. They're a fun way to stay engaged and build skills while you're at home. And we also keep the Facebook page up to date frequently with programs that we're offering and other important information that we want to highlight. I also included a link to our registration page. So our winter registration started in January, but it is still active for some of our programs that are currently running or about to run. And then coming up, our spring registration will begin on March 16th. And last but not least, I put my contact information. It's also going to be sent out after the webinar. So feel free to reach out if you have any questions or suggestions or would like more information about any of the programs I talked about. Thank you again for the opportunity to share our programs with you all, and happy Therapeutic Recreation Month.
Great, thanks so much, Caitlyn. So next up, let's have Lyndsey from Fairfax County.
Awesome. Good afternoon, everyone. Let's see. Okay. Okay, so like Diane just said, happy Therapeutic Recreation Month. My name is Lindsay Elliott. I'm a newly certified rec therapist, so this is exciting for me to say. I am a Therapeutic Recreation Program Manager for Fairfax County government, and I'll just be sharing a little bit about what we do in Fairfax County. And before I get started, Diane, thank you, and the ARC of Northern Virginia, thank you for having us back again. We're very happy to share with you all what we're doing. So the agency that I work for is Neighborhood and Community Services. And we partner with communities and families, as well as individuals, to provide opportunities to access a continuum of resources that promote equity and create positive outcomes for people of all ages and abilities. So the main number for Neighborhood and Community Services is at the top, and that's also the main email. Now, Therapeutic Recreation Services is a branch of Neighborhood and Community Services, also known as NCS. And TRS provides opportunities for children and adults with disabilities to develop the skills that enable them to participate in the recreation and leisure programs of their choice by providing services, education, and resources to meet the needs of participants and to assist them on the road toward lifelong participation and enjoyment in recreation and leisure activities. Programs are open to individuals with a variety of disabilities to include intellectual, developmental, physical, and/or sensory disabilities. Now, before I get into the programs that we offer, I'm sure everyone is wondering how we've adapted to the COVID-19 pandemic the past 2 years. So currently, Fairfax County TRS, we're offering a combination of in-person as well as virtual programs. Now, for in-person programming, we ask that a parent, guardian, or just an authorized adult with knowledge of the participant's health status accompany them to our program to participate in a daily health screening. So it just be at drop-off. And it just includes a series of questions related to specific signs or symptoms of COVID-19. And all of our staff are expected to participate in the screening as well prior to working the program. Now, all participants, no matter age or vaccination status, will be required to wear a mask throughout our programs, and our staff will support and reinforce participant use of face coverings throughout the day. We also have additional masks at our site as needed. Now, we realize that we work with a special population, and so if a participant is unable to wear a mask for a medical or disability related reason, they're still able to participate in our program. So we just like for families to be aware that there may be participants in the programs that are unable to wear masks due to medical or a disability related reason, and they may also be unvaccinated for those reasons as well. And just another I guess a protocol that we've implemented to mitigate the spread of the COVID-19 virus is throughout the day, children and staff are frequently washing their hands. Our staff do a great job of promoting and reinforcing healthy hygiene by making like fun songs and games out of washing hands. We encourage covering your cough and your sneezes, and our staff are very on top of disinfecting the rooms throughout the day, and then we do a big clean at the end as well. Okay, so time to talk about fun stuff now. So our children and our youth programs. As you can see, we've got this picture up here. This is a current picture because our participants have their mask on, and I think this was like a Halloween competition that we were doing, trying to wrap toilet paper to be a mummy. So the masks are not getting in the way of them having fun at all. All right, so for our virtual programs, we have preschool learn and play. Now, this is a 25-minute interactive session designed for children ages 2 through 5 with or without delays or disabilities. We just ask that you have a parent or caregiver co-lead available because they will need some assistance. But this is such an awesome program. They read books, they sing songs. Last week, I saw them do like a little science experiment where the hearts were like floating to the top of a water bottle. So they really do get that interaction, even though they are virtual. Now, this is offered on Saturdays in the mornings via Zoom, and we are starting to incorporate 1 or 2 in-person programs events for this program. So I know that in the beginning of March, they'll be going to Frying Pan Park and doing like a little visit for the farm. And then we also have Sunday Bites. It's a family program. And this is a great way to learn innovative ways to eat healthy and simple and delicious foods. So it's a 45-minute cooking session, and it's perfect for families with children with disabilities ages 6 through 22 years old. This is typically on Sundays in the like evening, afternoon. I've learned a couple of great recipes from joining this session, and it's really cool to see the way participants adapt the recipes according to their likes and what they have in the house. So it's definitely one of those opportunities where you can cook with the group, but still make it your own. If you're interested in registering for any of these programs, you can see the registration information at the top. It's NCS-tracers at fairfaxcounty.gov. And then the main number is also at the top as well, and you can call and get information on how to register from there. Okay, so our in-person programs. We have Saturday Discovery, and this provides opportunities for participants to discover a variety of leisure interests through art, sports, sensory activities, dance, music, and all of these activities are adapted to the individual needs in a structured environment. So this program is most appropriate for youth ages 6 through 22 who can be successful in a 1-to-2, 1-to-3 ratio. This program is offered on Saturday mornings, and it's usually at a Fairfax County public school. We also do have Saturday Voyager, where participants will engage in activities designed to work toward being more independent in leisure activities of their choice by focusing on targeted leisure skill development within the group's specific areas of interest. So this is designed for youth ages 10 through 22 who can be successful in a 1-to-5, 1-to-6 ratio. And this is usually offered on Saturday afternoons. This is typically held at Providence Community Center, which is great because it allows participants to have that community integration and to practice their socialization skills. So it's a great opportunity because of the location as well as the activities that they do as a group. Again, registration information is at the top. You can do that by calling the phone number or emailing the email address that you see on the screen. Okay, so adult programs. You can see this is pre-COVID because there's not a mask in sight, but just know, like I said before, we are encouraging our participants to wear masks if able, and our staff wear masks as well. So as far as our virtual programs for adults, we have Mix It Up Monday, a great way to start your week off right for participants 18 and older. You engage in a variety of activities to include dance, fitness, brain games, chatting with friends, and so much more. So this is offered on Mondays, hence the name Mix It Up Monday, and it's offered via Zoom in the evening. We also do have a dance club. It's once a month on Thursdays in the evening, and it allows participants to dance, socialize, and show off their awesome dance moves. Again, it's the same registration information, that same email, or the same phone number. And as far as our in-person programs, we have sports and fitness. This is perfect for individuals 16 and up, and it's geared, it teaches basic skills in a variety of team and individual sports to adults with developmental disabilities. And this is on Wednesdays. And then we do have adult social clubs. We have about like 6 or 7 clubs. And this is an opportunity for members to socialize with new friends, plan events for the group, and learn to engage with their community. So this is appropriate for individuals ages 14 and up with varying disabilities who can independently engage in social and community activities. So they'll take trips like sporting events, going to concerts, festival, outdoor events, and amusement parks. So the screen that I showed you all with all the participants, excuse me, when I highlighted the adult programs, that was taken from one of the adult social clubs many years ago. So they definitely move around Fairfax County and maybe even a little further out there, depending on what the event is. Okay, so I know everybody's probably wondering what's going on with summer camp. My emails have been flooded already with questions about summer. I think it started in January. So this is a picture from last summer. And so summer camp is for everyone. Our summer camps are packed full of special events, including art activities, sensory games, sports, outdoor play, music activities, and all of our programming is designed to meet the different interests and abilities of the campers. Now our camp is open to participants ages 5 through 22. And just remember that you have to have completed a year of kindergarten if that child is 5 years old. And it's open to individuals with developmental, intellectual disabilities, emotional or learning disabilities, anyone on the autism spectrum disorder, or any individual that may have any type of attention deficit disorders. And then each site will have a variety of staff to participant ratios available to meet the different needs of campers. And these ratios range from 1 to 2 to 1 to 5 at each site. So to give you an idea of what summer would look like, we are running, our first week will start June 27th, and then our last week will be August 4th. And our camp hours are from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Now we'll have 3 elementary locations and 3 middle school locations. So we split up that 5 to 22, and we have our younger kids at an elementary school and our older individuals at a middle school. We're still trying to finalize what those locations will be, but if you check our website in the beginning of March, you'll be able to get that information. Now, as far as camp costs, it's $80 a week, but we do have a sliding scale and scholarships are available for those that qualify. And then registration is available through our registration online system beginning mid-March. And so again, you can check our website for those updates. And then you can also email the email that I put on like all the other slides to find out more about how to register through our online registration system. We have great administrative personnel who can help walk you through that. And then let me make sure I'm good on time, just some additional resources for you all. So going back to the overall agency that we work for, Neighborhood and Community Services, there are just a few resources that I wanted to share with you all from them. So each weekday, you'll find live activities to keep students engaged and entertained during after school hours. That's through NCS Connects. I couldn't get like a proper working little bit.ly link for that, but if you go to Google and type in NCS Connects, you can access that. So it allows you to keep the learning going from home for students in grades 1 through 6 and then 7 through 12. We also have the Virtual Center for Active Adults. Its goal is to enrich the lives of adults in Fairfax County while combating isolation. So this was initially created because of the COVID-19 pandemic, but it's still going strong. So you can join these live interactive programs, but they also have on-demand programs too, so you can watch it at your leisure. And then lastly, we realized that the past 2 years have caused a lot of strain on many individuals, whether that's economically, mentally, whatever it may be. So Fairfax County does have a basic needs and assistance line. That phone number is right under that. And pretty much NCS provides access and referrals to both government and community-based resources for Fairfax County residents that are in need of food, shelter, employment, financial assistance, healthcare, and other needs. So I'll read that number out loud because this is very important: 703-222-0880. So that concludes my presentation. I will also say, I know a lot of families, they have like an older kiddo that like usually works closely with their younger kiddo. So if you have anyone that's like 16 or 18 and is looking for a summer job that has experience working with individuals with disabilities, send them over. Please send them to me. So yes, thank you so much for your time. And I look forward to any questions that you may have at the end. Thank you.
Great. Thanks so much, Lindsay. And thanks for that additional information. That's really helpful. Okay, so lastly, we have Maria from Loudoun County, and then we'll take questions. Lindsay, if you want to stop sharing yours, and then Maria can share hers. Great, thank you.
Hello, everybody. I wanted to introduce myself. My name is Maria Auger, and I work for Loudoun County Parks, Recreation, and Community Services. I am the Adaptive Recreation Coordinator. I have 3 staff underneath me, or 3 specialists underneath me that all have a specialty. And then we have an inclusion specialist that actually provides inclusion supports for all of PRCS programs. So that would be in our community centers, our summer days, summer fest camps, rec centers, and all of our parks. So I did just a little bit of a different route than everybody else, not doing a PowerPoint. I wanted to share with everybody and kind of navigate our website, because that's where you're going to find the most updated information. So if you go to www.loudoun.gov/adaptive-rec, you're going to find all of the updated information here. Our department is a little unique because we provide staff support for Special Olympics. I know many of you probably are familiar with Special Olympics. For Special Olympics, you have to be in your area. So Loudoun County is area 14. And the only way you can do skills or games in another area would be if, for example, area 14, Loudoun County, did not have a sport that your child was interested in. They could go to Fairfax if they offer the sport with a special exception. So I have one specialist who actually works with our council and the state to provide Special Olympics for our participants. We have many different programs going on. With COVID shutting everything down, we're slowly getting back to adding the sports that we had before. So you can find all that information if you click on Special Olympics Area 14 here. I know right now we don't have updated information. We're kind of waiting for the state to give us some guidance on that. Also part of Special Olympics, we have a link to the state because that's where you would find your medical paperwork to be able to participate. I also have a specialist that is in charge of Arts for All, which is previously VSA, if anybody is familiar with that program. She's provides like behavioral support, modifications, adaptations for anybody that's involved in that program. That if you click on here, it'll take you to the website. Arts for All does an annual musical once a year. It's like any musical that you would, with a theater company, there's auditions, there's rehearsals, and then you actually have the show, typically sometime in the beginning of March, end of February. Arts for All also provides the Da Vinci Art Program, which is visual arts. So they're working on using clay, painting, building stuff. So it just depends on what that participant is interested in. That's a small nominal fee. The musical is, there's a program fee, but that can be waived based on based on your income. And that would be through Arts for All. Here, if you come down here, we have our registration forms for adults. This all needs to be done, and I'll show you what these look like as I present. And then summer camp. Everybody wants to know about summer camp. So we provide a summer camp for children 5 to 22. We only have one site as of now. At some point, we're going to have to expand to another site, but we provide summer camp rooms we separate them by ages and disability groups until the age of 13 to 22. We're just doing the camp rooms based on ages. We found that it just works better that way. Camp is from 9 to 4 every day. Our campsite right now is in the Ashburn-Brambleton area. For all adaptive rec and all PRCS programs, we do take out of county residents, and there's no extra charge for that, which is a good thing. That had just been recently changed a few years ago. So for our adult programs, we have what we call our seasonal guide. This comes out every quarter. Right now, spring registration opened on February 11th. I will say that our programs are super popular, so they do fill up fast. So if you're interested in this, we hope we could get you in for spring, but if not, we probably are looking at summer or fall. So here's a little bit about what we do. So for all of our adult programs, we do program levels. So it kind of explains it here. So if you feel that your child or adult child is a level 1, this means that they have mild disabilities, they can manage terrain, basically take care of their personal care, and then follow steps from staff. And then if you see, we got level 2, level 3, and level 4. We do this because we do a lot of programming of thinking outside the box, and we do a lot of programming of things that you and I would do. For example, we do overnights and we do vacations as well. So this level system is very important for the safety of our participants in all of our programs. So if you go through here, we have our advisory boards. We also have our Special Olympics Council and our Arts for All board. Here is our program vision and mission, which I'm not going to go through and read, but here's all of our contact information. So if you look through our contacts, for example, Amy Barker, she is responsible for summer camp and aquatics. Right now, aquatics has been on hold. We're having some hiccups with that, but we're hoping to start that up again. Chris Caesar, he's Special Olympics. Megan McCullough is our inclusion specialist. And then Michelle Wall is our Arts for All Loudoun specialist. And she also primarily does all the adult programmings, which you'll see moving on. Here is registration information. So we use a program called RecTrack, which for our participants and families, they use a web track based. So that's how you would register for all of our programs and pay for them. Here are some examples of some of the things that we do. Every Friday we have a spare time bowling. They meet at the bowling alley. And unless you have a participant that works at ECHO, which I believe some folks from Fairfax County may have people working at ECHO, there is a bus that will pick them up and bring them to the bowling alley, but then they'll have to be picked up after. We also provide a lot of life skill programs. So like, for example, Buddy Workout is one of our life skill programs just to empower the fitness of everybody. And then we also have a cooking class that's very, very popular, which has actually evolved into doing an etiquette class and then having the folks go out to a very fancy restaurant after and using all the skills that they learned. Another one of our popular is dinner and movies. These are every other Friday. This usually happens and coincides with spare time bowling. So we have a lot of folks that will go to bowling and then go ahead and do dinner in the movies. With COVID, we have learned that it's a lot easier for us to provide the program and have it more with socially distancing and face coverings. If the weather permits, we do it outdoors, which is a whole lot of fun. And you know, it really becomes more of something that like you and I would do. We'd go out, we'd have our outdoor chairs. We also will put up like heating lamps and stuff like that so that people can stay out as it gets chilly. So that is very popular. Here is our cooking class that we have. Again, another very, very popular program. here's just some leisure programs that we do, going to baseball games, fields, cookout karaoke. Susical the Musical is what the Arts for All is doing for this season. So we have a trip that will go and take our participants there. As of right now, we're not doing any virtual stuff. Let's see. Okay. So then here is an example of one of our overnights that we do. We typically try and do 1 to 2 big vacations. For example, they just came back from our winter vacation. They went to the Poconos to Great Wolf Lodge, and it was 5 days, 4 nights. And we do have payment schedules if you cannot afford the total payment all at once. We understand that it can be a little pricey, but here's an example of one of our overnights that we do. We're going to Busch Gardens, Williamsburg. This includes your meals, all the fun that we have. Plus, if you think about it, you know, that's a vacation for your adult child, and it's a break for you guys too, as well. We're also planning a summer vacation, which is going to be to Cape May, and that probably is going to be in the beginning of September. So here's kind of an idea of some of the fun things that we do. We also do some where we provide, you know, like a fall festival, a spring festival, stuff like that. And that's a lot of fun because the whole family can come out and just really enjoy being together and then enjoy some of the things that we do. I think that's about it. That's it in a nutshell. If anybody has any questions, I'd be happy to answer them.
Great. Okay, well, let's open it up for questions. All of you offer a variety of different programs, and they all look very fun. But we had 2 people ask the same question. Do you cross, and Maria, you mentioned this a little bit, do you cross jurisdictional lines if someone wants to participate in an activity outside, if they are not a resident of that county? Can they participate in that activity, or must you be a resident of the county? If any of you
Loudoun County, you can be non-resident and it's the same cost. So we get a lot of folks from Reston and you know, like right over the border in Sterling. Part of Drainesville is, some of it's Sterling and some of it's Fairfax County. But yes, we do.
The rest of you, is that the same?
So I know for Fairfax County, you do have to be a resident of Fairfax County in order to participate in our programs.
Well, Alexandria, you do have to be a resident. However, if we have partnered with Arlington and their staff would bring their participants, their adult participants, for our Valentine's Day or Halloween dance, we have partnered in reference to that.
Okay.
And for Arlington County, you can be a resident or a non-county resident to participate in our programs. The only difference is the fee adjustment for non-county residents.
Great, that's really helpful. There's a question in the chat. Do I have the point of contact for Prince William County? I don't, but I will send that out in the email to you after. Here's a question. It says, my son turns 23 in April. We're in Fairfax, but could go to Arlington or Alexandria if eligible. What in-person events are available during the day, Monday through Friday? These are, if you particular areas of interest are going to the movies, films, things like that out in the community.
So I just want to clarify,
so adult activities that are available during the day, Monday through Friday, are any of those available?
Correct. So does Amanda want that information for Fairfax County? It sounds like
I think for, well, we're in Fairfax. Arlington accepts people from outside also. So do either of the Arlington or Fairfax, do either of you have activities for over 21-year-olds that are during the week, Monday through Friday?
Okay, yeah. So let's see. Our sports and fitness program is in person. That's on Wednesdays in the evening from 7:30 to 9 p.m. That's more of like a fitness program where I know that you're looking for more of like maybe an adult social club style where they go out in the community and they go to the movies and things like that. So that would be offered more so on the weekend. Our weekday programs are usually more like fitness centered. At this point in time, we may start to bring back more programs at some some point. I know that we had to scale back just because of the pandemic and losing staff, and hiring has been an issue. And I see other rec therapists shaking their head. We've all had an issue with hiring. So at this point, according to those specific interests, I don't believe that we have anything Monday through Friday at the moment, but I know that on the weekends, our social clubs do participate in activities like that.
For our, Arlington, very similar. We do have the social club that I'm thinking would be a good fit. They do meet on Fridays, but it is in the evening, usually around 6:30. And then again, daytime on Saturdays. One thing that does come to mind is a program called Spark, S-P-A-R-C. They are a daytime Monday through Friday program for that age group. So I would definitely recommend checking out that resource. They are an amazing a group of adults.
Yeah, that's a good point, Caitlyn. I'll send that out. Go ahead.
Okay.
And historically, I think we don't provide any day programming because most of our folks are either working or in a day support program. So we're not going to get any registrations.
And then we just have one other question, and I'm not quite sure. I might need some follow-up on this. The question in the Q&A box was, how does the social club work for those who live alone? Do you mean getting to the social club? For all of these events, individuals have to get to the site on their own.
So, I'm sorry, go ahead. I'm sorry, go ahead, Fairfax.
Thank you. Just very quickly. So Fairfax County, like TR, Therapeutic Rec Services, we don't necessarily provide transportation, but we do know that we have participants that use like FastTran or Metro Access in order to get to our programs. We have another rec therapist who has worked so closely with both of those transportation services. So we're more than happy to help an individual set up transportation if necessary. It's just TRS, like I'm not driving a bus to go pick up participants. We don't have staff doing that, but we can help you obtain whatever transportation you would need to be a part of the program.
And for Alexandria on Saturdays for our adult social club, if you live alone, we do provide the transportation with our vans or through the DOT service here in Alexandria. And then if you're in a group home, our group home staff will transport the participants and come back at 4 p.m. to pick them up.
Great. Are there any other questions? There are, we're happy to take them. There was a question in the chat box about other opportunities. I'll send that out, aside related from recreation, more like day activities. So I'll respond to that in an email. Are there any other questions? All right, well, I think that's it. I will just, like I said, I'll send out the slides and I'll send out links. You all have super websites. So thank you for sharing that information. And then the brochure, one of you sent out another brochure about the summer camp. So I'll make sure to send all of that out. But thank you all for taking the time today to share this great information with us. And I learned a lot. I'll share it with our staff because we get questions a lot here from families, you know, looking for social activities, obviously. So we will share this. So thank you, everybody. And thanks again for participating.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Thank you.